one, showtime action. Hello, everybody. It's Malika, Brother Fresh Air. I have come to share with you my famous recipe. Oh, let me tag some people. I'm going to tag. Oops, my camera is just shaking all over the place. My friend. I'm just gonna invite her. Okay, so oh. Let me tag somebody else. Hold on. My cousin. Okay, so I just wanted to tag the two people. Actually, there's more than two people, but I just wanted to tag these two people, Pam and Arlene, because I invite them. They um, love my recipe. And I know some of you have tried it as well, and you have said it was good. So I was asked to do a video on how to create that. So I'm going to do that for you guys right now. Okay, let me get my camera turned around. Sorry about that. All right, so you guys know I like to go through and do the whole shebang. I don't like to just give you the cliff notes. I'm not a cliff note videographer, okay? I am the whole shebang. We're gonna do the whole shebang. Okay, all right. I don't know, it feels so good today. Okay, so first of all, you want to have. I'm so love. I'm just love. I'm not gonna say I'm silly. I'm love. Okay, so you want to have your purple cabbage. Okay, that's number one. And then you want to have your spices. You want to have your Himalayan salt and your garlic powder. And you want to have your oil. So avocado oil or grapeseed oil. And you could even use peanut oil, but I don't know about that much. I do not know much about peanut oil. I just know that it has a high burn temperature. So take high temperature to burn it. So you want to have an oil that can remain. Sorry, I'm making all noise. You want an oil that can withstand high heat. And coconut oil and olive oil are not your oils. You don't want to bake with those, at least not at a high heat because they can't take it. Okay, so I'm so excited because I'm going on a juice fast soon, and I could have juiced this cabbage, but then it would have been a really long time for me to record the video. And plus, because I am going to be juicing, I've been wanting to eat. I've been wanting to eat. So I decided what I'm going to do is eat up the last bit of food I have. Well, I'm not going to eat all the food. Like, instead of juicing this cabbage, I've never juiced cabbage before, first of all. Instead of trying to juice this, I'm just going to cook it. Okay, back to the cabbage. So, this part of the cabbage, this is the important part of the cabbage because this part only has one open side. The other side is just like the broad leaf, right? Whereas the rest of these are like a steak. It's a cabbage steak. So I'm going to put these over here on my cooking plate. And let's see. I'm going to combine this one with the other one because this one's falling apart a little bit. Okay, I'm going to use my knife. Use the tools I have. Okay, so I'm just going to put that little bit on top of there. Lay this one on top of there. Let me show you. Okay, so that's all I did. Let's see if I can put everything in the camera. Okay. All right. So this is the very end piece. I usually don't put this in there, but if I can get a little bit, it'll just end up being like the little crumbs in between. So you can just chop that right up. Or you can just eat it And I can't really see me that much. You know, I'll show you that part later. So you just continue chopping your cabbage. This video is longer than it actually takes. So you just chop your cabbage into steaks, like so. And you can make them thick or thin. Oh, first of all, you want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? 400 degrees. I may have told some of you 350 degrees. Okay. You're going to have to cook it for a long time if you do 350. So just go to 400. 400 is what I normally cook it at home. So 400 degrees. You want to preheat your oven. Just cook this chopping board, just moving. And I like thinner slices. You can go thicker, but this is probably half an inch. So I would say keep your steaks about a half an inch to, you don't really want it more than 3/4 of an inch. An inch is getting really big, okay? So here are my cabbage steaks. And they look so good. They look like flowers on the inside. Look at that. Looks like one of the chakras, doesn't it? Okay, so lay these up on here. And I don't have enough space on this cookie sheet. That's okay. I will do 2 batches. All right. I will cook 2 batches. And I'm just going to, okay, so since I'm going to cook 2 batches, I won't worry about chopping that one up. And what I'm going to show you is how to season it, how to spice it up. Okay, let me put this over here because I want you to see what's going on. All right, so here we go. Okay. All right, so you're gonna take your oil and you're just gonna drizzle it over there. You're gonna and rub it in. So I like to rub it in, make sure it gets in between all the places, all the little grooves, because the oil heated up is gonna cook your cabbage. So in the top piece, I like to lift up a couple of layers to make sure the oil goes up in there. Because like I said before, the layers don't go all the way through. So now here we go. So we're gonna rub, this one's a little thick. This one is a bit thicker. It's like 3/4 of an inch to an inch on one part of it. So we're just gonna rub the oil in there. Okay, rub in the oil, and then wipe off my hand because it's full of oil. What you could do beforehand, sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't think about it. Like today, I didn't think about it. You could season your cookie sheet ahead of time, and then you won't have to flip it like I'm getting ready to show you. Okay. I think I moved the camera too close. How about that? Yes. Okay, good. All right, so you're just gonna season your steaks like this. The little salt on there. And with these, the top piece, you're going to have to make sure you take off some of the layers so that salt can get through all the layers. Okay. Otherwise, only the top layer is going to taste good. Okay. Now, you don't need a lot of salt. So you can pick one side and salt it a little more than the other side, but you don't need a lot. So when you turn over your steaks, they're not oiled. You probably can't see that, but that's okay. Trust me, they're not oiled on the other side. You turn over all of them except for the top piece. You're not going to turn that piece over. It's going to stay, it's going to remain on that side. So you flip everything over and everything is dry, mostly dry. There's a little bit of oil. There's a little bit of oil on this one. A little bit of oil, but not a lot of oil. So you're going to have to go through and oil this side, but not a lot because you put some on the other side. So you just going to do it like this. Give it a little rub. Like that. And like that. And like that. And this one. I'll put a little bit on the edges because the oil came through a lot on this one, so it didn't really need that much. And then there. So there's that. And all these little loose pieces, I'm making sure they have oil on them. And then back to the salt. Now you notice I didn't put any garlic on the other side. That's okay, because you don't need a lot. Now we're going to go in. Even though you don't need a lot of garlic, you need enough. So you want to make sure that when you put your garlic on, that, how can I tell you this? You want to make sure that the whole entire thing is covered. But it doesn't need to be thick. Just one little brush over. Just one little brush over. If I could get a close-up. Can I turn this camera around? Yes. Okay. So let me show you guys. Let me show y'all the magic. Okay, let me show you how it goes. Like this. So you just want to go a little bit and just go across like that. Oh, I'm so happy that I could turn the camera around. You see that it's lightly coated? And this one, we're going to have to remove some of the layers. Okay, not all of them, just a couple of them, to get some garlic powder in there. It's kind of like a puzzle. Oop, a little bit too much, but that's okay. It's kind of like a puzzle. Because you want this one, because it doesn't have the cutouts like the steaks slices, you want to make sure you spice those layers, okay? So here's our last piece. And then I also have some little loose pieces here. So with the little loose pieces, you want to make sure that you coat them adequately. So in the edges, you want to make sure the edges get seasoned too. So don't leave out the edges, because the edges are the best part. Wait till they get crispy. All right. All right. Here we go. Come on. Put my camera back on here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oops. That'll be good right there. Okay, so then it's done. Okay? It's done. Now all you have to do is put it in the oven, which is already preheated at 400 degrees. And for 30 minutes. 400 degrees for 30 minutes, and your cabbage steaks will be bomb. They're gonna be bomb. That's what they're gonna be like. They're gonna be so delicious. You guys are gonna come back to this post and be like, Malika, that was damn good. Okay, so that is the tutorial video on how to recreate my world famous recipe for making baked cabbage steaks, baked purple cabbage steaks. So hope you enjoy it. Do the recipe. Go out and buy you some purple cabbage if you don't already have some. Set it up. Do it just how I showed you. And then come back over here after you've eaten it all. Lick your fingers too. And let me know how good it was. Okay? All right. Have a beautiful day.